YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you taking the time to click on the video today. It is greatly appreciated. If you are new or haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video, and leave a comment about which Conquest map is your favorite. And you'll understand why I say that here in a few minutes. First of all, we are here in MLB the Show 25. As you can see here, we have our main lineup ready to go. We are 90 overall, 91 contact, 81 power, 66 speed, 77 defense, 88 pitching. We'll jump in here and we'll just look really closely at some of the players. We got a Ralph Kiner, a left fielder. He was a player rewards. Evan Turner, same thing. Then we have Ellie De La Cruz, one of the three on the cover of the game. We have Bernie Williams out in center. We have Kyle Stowers, who was a spotlight player. We have Freddie Freeman. We have Brendan Donovan, which we got through the spotlight as well. Logan O'Hoppe is still our best catcher through the Easter egg promotion. And then we got Elvis Garcia, and he is our DH at this point in time. He was from the latest, it was a theme program. And then on the bench, we have Pete Crow Armstrong, who continues to have a really good year. His speed is crazy. His fielding is off the charts. His hitting's bad, but he comes in and does some base running stuff for us. Brian Roberts and Robert Clemente, both from the Moonshot event, and then Ken Griffey rounds out the bench players. The only issue with these guys is a lot of them outfielders. He's just a center fielder. He's just a right fielder, I'm pretty sure, and he is all outfield. So that's the only issue that we have on our bench at this point. Our rotation is Johnny Cueto, Matt Cain, Dustin May. And then we have a call-up, Hunter Brown, which we got from a spotlight. And then Jim Palmer, who was also a player program. So, and then we have Andres Munoz, Sean Jelly. He's from Minnesota. That's kind of cool. And then Bruce Suter. We have the Zach Agnos card. We also have Luke Weaver, who we need another strikeout with still. I'm kind of, if you've been in stream on Twitch, you understand kind of where that frustration comes from. Josh Hader, Michael Kopech, and David Robertson to round out the pen. So 90 overall in something that I would just put our best players in. This is the lineup that we're rolling with now. We're trying to get XP for the April Spotlight still, with Diamondback players, the April Spotlight players, and then the Ranger players as well. So, so you'll see Ranger players out in the outfield and such. So what we're going to do in this episode is I talked about conquests. So as you can see here, we have a bunch of conquests that we are almost done with, that our goals are 3 out of 5 or 4 out of 5. We're going to go ahead and finish those. So the first one that we are going to finish is the apple. We're going to go ahead and take the final spot. We're going to get a 5 show pack. Okay, perfect. Then we're going to come up to the sword. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to come down all the way to the 10, take that last spot. We're going to get a ball and as a habit back, and that is finished. Baseball map. We have a couple spaces to take, so we'll go ahead and do this with the 50 plus fans that we have accrued. Opening day is done, and we get a deluxe pack that contains a pack, so that one is finished. Let's see, what other ones do we have? Lightning map. We got to get down to the one left. Attack, and ballin' is a habit pack there as well. And then we have City Connect Mariners. which we have a game left. So we're going to see that game against the Braves. And we have one more game in the Magic number 3. We have to play the Reds as well. So we'll finish up the Miami City Connect one first. Then we'll go to the Magic 3. So you'll see 2 Conquest games to finish the in the episode. And then we will go ahead and we will have all the packs as we unlock the Diamondbacks. And so that's what we have the last 2. So we're going to go ahead and start with the Marlins on All-Star. We are going to play at Truist. All right, we're here in the first inning against the Atlanta Braves, as Luke Keuchel is going to absolutely line out to the center field at the start. Typically in these games, I show the first inning just because I like to talk through the situation and different things that we're doing as Jacob Wilson lines it to right field. The other thing is I get super swing happy in these Conquest games. So not a lot of things go without needing to be seen, as Evan Carter is going to fly out to left. That's going to be the second out. As you can see, Spencer Strider has faced 3 batters, has 3 pitches. So next, Gabriel Marino steps into the plate. We would love a double or something. Instead, we're going to fly out. Oh, thank the Lord, it gets out. All right, we got to, take a pitch or something, unless it's right down the middle. There's the first taken pitch. Not fun to watch for you viewers, but it is important as you play the game, as I missed a fastball that should have been driven over that 375 marker by Marino, but we miss it. And that is the top of the first inning. We scrounge 1 hit with the second batter, and we don't get any more. We have Steven Kolek on the mound to start today. We've used him once in a ranked game, and he was super inaccurate. And as you can tell now, that's kind of what we're seeing as well, as Michael Harris absolutely crushes that ball up the middle, 102 off the bat on a sinker. Kolek is not starting off the way that you would like. That pitch was missed by a mile. We wanted it down and in, and it was up and away. Just need to find a calm down pitch, which that one might be, except for we're going to not get outs at all. Should have just settled to take the out at first base, but really trying to turn that double play, as it would have been a very, very good way to bounce back, as we should get that one turned. Kolek goes and covers. That is 2 outs on Ronald Acuna Jr. That is a very dangerous bat that we just put away. He just made his debut over the weekend, and he led the game off with a home run. So a very dangerous hitter that we get the ground into a double play. Austin Riley dribbles it to Wilson at short for the 3rd out. That would do it for the first inning. Second inning, Pierce Johnson takes the mound for the Braves. Kyle Mazzanato is going to start with a chopper to second base. Just pulled the PCI up just a little bit. Jordan Lawler is going to be the second batter. He is going to rip one to the gap. That should be extra base, as he has 97 speed. We're going to sit at second just so it gives us a little bit more chance of him scoring, obviously. He doesn't have great steal, so we're probably not going to be able to steal him to third for a sac fly. So we'll see what we can do with Matthew Lugo. Little hit and run. Matthew Lugo's ball is going to find that same gap that Lawler's just did. And we are going to try to get to 3 here, and it looks like we're going to be absolutely cooked. We are, but we do score the run. The reason I went to third is I saw him bobble it out there in the gap, so maybe, just maybe, thought we could get in there. Adolis Garcia is next, as he takes ball 1. Dolis Garcia flies out to Matt Olson at first base for the third out of the inning, but we do scratch the first run of the game. Kolek didn't throw a whole lot of pitches, so he's going to be out here to start the second inning.
Ball.
Sean Murphy strikes out on a high fastball on a 1-2 count. Kolek is starting to find a little bit of a groove as he's going to see Drake Baldwin and hit him on the first pitch. That's kind of wild. They hit for Albies and Kolek throws it to the backstop. What is happening?
Ball, that pitch is up. Hey!
And Kopech gets him looking to end the inning 1-0 as they strand a guy on second with 9-1-2 coming up for the Chieftains. Josh Smith starts the third inning here as the 9-hitter, seeing if we can add a couple of runs here as we yank the PCI down to miss that very, very hittable pitch as we are way ahead of the fastball at 92 miles an hour.
That's a ball.
And we get a 4-pitch walk with Josh H. Smith to start the 9th inning. That brings up the leadoff hitter, Luke Keuchel. Keuchel is going to get under the fastball. He is going to fly out to right field. Very hittable pitch, just missed with the PCI yet again. It's going to bring up Jacob Wilson. Jacob Wilson goes down looking on a disgustingly placed fastball for strike 3. That's going to bring up Evan Carter with 2 outs. Evan Carter on a 3-1 count absolutely blasts a ball 468 feet over the fence. That's going to make it 3-0 Chieftains. That brings up Gabriel Marino. He's going to ground a ball right back up the middle, not hit very hard. PCI wasn't terrible. Timing wasn't terrible. Just not a great contact hit. That's going to bring up Kyle Manzardo. Manzanardo is going to fly out to left to finish the third inning. We do get 2 more, though, to make it 3-0, heading bound to the bottom of the third as we have Duran ready to take the mound to finish this one up. Alex Verdugo strikes out from Duran for the first out. That brings up their leadoff hitter, Michael Harris. Strike 3 to Harris as well for the second out as Evan White steps to the plate as possibly the last batter for the Braves. And Duran throws it straight by him, and that is going to be a win for the Chieftains and the City Connect Miami Marlins. Map is done, which means we get the 305 Miami Connect jerseys. Next one to finish, we have to play the Cincinnati Reds here on the one that highlights Ellie De La Cruz and the other 2 players on the cover. All right, Nick Lodolo is on the mound for the Reds. Keisha takes the first sinker inside. Nothing we can really do with that pitch. And I chased a pitch even further in for the first out. Not a great start, but Jacob Wilson comes up for the second batter. He gets a sinker outside, very late swing. Was almost not going to swing at that at all, which probably shouldn't have. But he's going to go get that one outside the zone a little bit, and he's going to find himself on first base with a single with 1 out. Evan Carter coming to the plate. The last game you saw, he opened up the scoring with a home run. Can he do it again? Doesn't look like he got enough of it, and we are going to get doubled up because I thought it was in the gap. So that's going to be the end of the first inning. Steven Kolek back on the mound. Need XP from him. So biggest reason why he is back on the mound. I know it's not very fun to see the same pitcher twice. When we go to the bullpen, though, we'll throw a couple of different guys out just to give you a little bit of variety. As Duran, I get interrupted by Marte getting a single up the middle, but Duran is somebody that I have in because I'm a Twins fan and trying to get Twin Infinity stuff done. As Jacob Wilson makes an error at short, we're in trouble. We are in trouble. Ellie De La Cruz comes up. Jacob Wilson. Might have to cut him after that. If we're going to turn a double play this time, we're going to have to go like 3-2. Just because Ellie De La Cruz's speed is crazy.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
But we get him to strike out with a slider right down the middle. Holy, did we miss. That wasn't even a bad pitch either. We just missed our spot.
1 ball, no strikes.
What is his control? Because it's got to be terrible. As we get a ground ball to first, and we turn a double play to get out of it anyway. 1 hit apiece as we go to the second inning, where they will bring in Tony Santillan to face Gabriel Marino. And Marino is going to push a hit to right field to start the second inning. He is all sorts of jacked up. Mazzardo follows him up. Mazzardo hits an absolute missile to short. Oh, that is painful. That was crushed. 114 miles an hour off the bat. Jordan Lawler steps in, fouls off the first pitch here with 1 out.
He's going, he's going.
And strikeout, throw him out. Oh, Marino gets a steal. That is crazy. Matthew Lugo comes up with 2 outs after the Lawler strikeout. I try to hit and run with 2 strikes. Obviously not the most ideal time, but
1-0.
Sometimes they just try to get a strike over the plate. 1-0 to Lugo. Matthew Lugo gets under the fastball. He's going to fly out to the second baseman. We're going to go to the bottom of the second, scoreless. And Kolek gives an absolute bomb up to T.J. Friedl. And the Cincinnati Reds go on top. Tyler Stevenson pushes a hit to right field, and that's going to be the end of the night for Kolek of Kolek, as he settled down quite well and struck out the next 2 batters after the home run, but could not get that third and final out, so we need to go elsewhere.
2-1.
And Agnos is very, very inaccurate right now to begin his time on the mound as well, which was our complaint about Kolek as well. As we get a strike 3, can we get to the ball in time? We do. That's going to end the inning. It is 1-0. We need to find a way to scratch a couple. Emilio Pagan comes in to face Adolis Garcia and Josh H. Smith, and then roll over back to the top to Luke Keuchel as well. Garcia fouls off the first pitch. And then he lifts one high to left field. Does he get enough of it? He didn't get enough to get it out of the park, but he does get it up enough to hit off the top of the wall for a leadoff double. What a great way to start the inning. Josh H. Smith needs to drive him in, and I would love for him to trade places. Josh H. Smith rips one down the right field line, It's going to get in the corner. We're going to try to stretch it into a double. A bad throw allows him to slide in safely, and it is tied 1-1. Next up, top of the order, Luke Keuchel. Keuchel is going to give this one a ride, but it's going to be a line out to the left fielder, and it is going to be the first out of the third inning. Jacob Wilson up next for the Chieftains. Jacob Wilson's going to break his back and fly out to the first baseman. 99 clutch wasted to take the lead. We're going to have to rely on Evan Carter to finish the job. Evan Carter gives it a drive to center. Does it have enough to get over the center fielder? It does. Center fielder goes diving. We're still running with Evan Carter, and he's going to stand up in as a triple, and we take the lead with 2 outs in the third over the Cincinnati Reds. They're going to bring in Sam Moll. Marino is going to ground the ball to Ellie De La Cruz. He makes a diving stop, but not able to make the play, and we get the runner in from third to make it 3-1 here in the top of the third. Manzarnato up, and he's going to line out very weakly to the first baseman, but we take the lead in the top of the third. We got the top of their order coming up with Marte, Hins, and De La Cruz. We call on David Roberts to come in and finish the game. He's going to get a little weak fly ball out. Oh, I hit the dive button. Why didn't it dive? I don't like that pitch, but that was a good placement for that pitch itself. We are up 0-2. Get the slider out for the first out of the inning. And Robertson gets Hins to swing and miss as well for the second out. Ellie De La Cruz steps in. Hopefully the last batter. He's going to ground it to first. Can Manzarnato beat him there? He can. The Chieftains take another win and another Conquest map done. All right, to finish the video, we have packs. 45 show packs, 9 Balling is a Habit, 3 silver packs, 2 headliner packs, which will open, 3 deluxe packs, which will also pick the packs. We have a Crescent Moon, we have May Spotlight, we have another deluxe pack, we have Full Moon, Eclipse, and then a Bat Skin. We'll go ahead and open this one, see if we get anything good. Kapow and Kaboom. We already have the Kaboom, so we'll take the Kapow. We'll open these silver packs quickly just because most of the time there's nothing really good there. Just hoping to help with some of the, and it's not looking like it's going to, the collections, because we had both of those cards. This one's new, the Matt Wallner. He just made his debut. Do we want Crescent Moon? Yeah, let's go Crescent Moon. For the Twins AAA affiliate, as he's been dealing with injury stuff. As we open the 2 headliners, 115, nice, and 1-2 pack. I love that. All right, we'll hop into the show packs here. We have 45 of them. Shouldn't take extremely long. Again, looking for new cards if they're not diamond cards. And we've had 1 out of the 5 cards that we've had be new. So there's that. That one had 3 in its own, so that's good. We're working towards collections. We won't talk about collections or show collections much in this video. Probably next video or the one after, we'll talk a little bit more about collections, just have kind of an update on where we are, as we've been doing a lot of grinding here on MLB the Show. There was just a player update on Saturday, I believe, as I record this, or as I post this on Monday, Memorial Day. we got a diamond. Crossley Field. Don't know what team that belonged to back in the day, and we get a diamond. Let's see what we get. One new player, Braxton Artcraft for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Can we get a blue diamond? It's purple. It's a starting pitcher. It is Chris Sale. We already have him, I think. We do. He's only about 3,000, but that will definitely help the stub count. So we'll place him on the marketplace. Obviously, wish it was a bigger duplicate or somebody that we don't have, but a diamond nonetheless. Trent Grisham as a gold player, is somebody that we don't have at this point in time for the Yankees. And we are just going to continue to rip through these. We've opened so many packs on this channel just alone in the first 4 episodes. So it's kind of crazy how many players that we have, duplicates and different things. Going to clean out my inventory is painful. Absolutely painful. But gets us stubs. Doesn't matter how little or how many stubs. They give us stubs, and that's going to push us to be able to purchase some other players to finish some of those collections. So it's important to continue to open these packs as you're trying to go through, not spending money to get more stubs or just straight up purchasing cards and different things, to grind these things and get these packs to ensure that you have the chance of pulling a diamond, right, and pulling those cards that you need, especially those expensive ones, but also being able to complete those as we get yet another diamond, but we complete those collections and get better cards and different things like that as we get a purple shortstop. Is it Ellie? Nope, Francisco Lindor. I don't believe I have him at all, do I? No, he's new. He is 91,000 though. Oh, and hear me out, if I wasn't so stingy with my stubs, like I haven't purchased any cards for collections yet. I'm kind of trying to get all one division done, because then you can go ahead and get a division card that's like a 92 or a 93, I think. So just kind of waiting for a division to get close. The issue is like each division has a team that's relatively expensive. So like that NL Central, for example, like I'm super close to everybody except for like Paul Skeens and the Pirates, and he's just super expensive, where like we can't even touch him with the stubs that we have. But like the NL East has so many big cards, like Acuna Jr. and Lindor, which we just pulled, Harper, and just those are just to name a couple, right? And the AL East is the same way with the Yankees. Like you gotta pull the Judge, you gotta pull the Stanton, it's just Stanton's not that high anymore, but it's just cards go for so expensive sometimes, unless they're like the commons, and then you can go get them for like 5 and 7, but even then they add up. But it doesn't do you any good if you can't purchase the big one or pull the big name guy. Do we get another diamond in this last pack? 45 packs. We got 2 diamond players, 1 diamond ballpark. We're gonna move into Ballin' is a Habit. We've had better luck with these in the last video, especially 3 new players, which is important, as I've been mentioning. 2 new players there. We got Marino, who is our catcher at this point in time in this video. Another 3 new players, which one was the Brewers, which is pushing me further towards that NL Central. There was 4 new players in that pack, and we get a diamond. and Emmanuel Clase, who we already have, but he sells for 600 and some coins. All right, who do we get from here? It's a purple again, starting pitcher, Kerry Wood, an all-star. All right, don't have that card, which that goes into probably, and he's not that expensive, so we'll go ahead and put him in an all-star. What am I trying to say here? I've been talking about him. Collection, thank you. Brain for finally turning on 3 new cards, including a gold, which is important. Michael King. We already have that. Only 1 new card out of that one. We have 2 Ball and Habit packs left. Perdermo. This kid is insane, by the way. How old is he? He's 25. He's like the best. He's the best shortstop in our fantasy league, and I have him, and I have Bobby Witt as well. So those two have been doing very well for me. The only issue is they take up my utility spot because they're both just shortstops. As we get a gold Royce Lewis, which is new to us, which is the most expensive card in the Twins, even though he's downgraded, so he might not be anymore. But we also get another diamond card. Is it a blue? It's purple. It is a starting pitcher again. It looks like the same guy we just got, but it's not. It's Blake Snell. I don't believe we have him. That's an expensive Dodger that we have now. Dodgers are so expensive, man. It's crazy. We'll go ahead to these deluxe packs because I'm pretty sure it contains a pack. It does. New threads in that one. We'll open this one, another new threads. I'm not too mad about that. We needed a lot of new threads for the collection, and then a pipeline. Let's see, what do we want to do here? Let's do the pipeline first, then we'll go new threads, then we'll go headlines, then we'll do the other ones. Gold, pipeline, Colton Montgomery, he's new, which is great. Got 2 more of these. Isaac Paredes, we already have him. I didn't even check what he goes for. He's not very expensive, though, which is unfortunate. Holby Milner, he is, honestly, his release is funky, right? But I like hitting off of it for some reason, and I don't know why. Go ahead into pack 2 of the headliners. We don't get a whole lot of anything. We do get 2 new cards, though. Ooh, I almost went in there. Pack 15 headliners. I should have checked who we could get. We're not going to get them. Yainer Diaz, though. Thomas Nito as well. So 2 new cards from there. We're going to hit the May Spotlight Drop 2. It's a diamond, and it is a purple diamond starting pitcher. That neck is thick. What is it? Eric Freddy. Relief pitcher, I'm assuming. Oh, he's a starting pitcher. His stamina is crazy. Hits per 9 and clutch per 9 are relatively high. Velocity is low. He has a lot of breaking stuff, which might be good online, but not crazy. Not crazy. All right. The featured stuff are a bunch of these moonshot players. See if we can get any of the 91s here out of this pack. They're all going to be diamonds, as you saw in there. Shortstop. That's going to be Zach Neto, 87 overall, obviously new to the team, only about 2,500 stubs. Next one in the crescent, it's going to be a left fielder. Looked like he had a beard. He did. Eloy Ramos. Okay, not terrible either. Now we get the full moon pack. We're gonna get to pick one of these players, huh? Which one do we want? Do we want Rod Carew just because he's a Joseph Ortiz, really good there. We already got Zach Neto though. Alan Trammell is really good. His clutch is super high. Colt Keith might look like the best one. We'll go ahead and take him. 2,200. Now we get the Eclipse, sorry. We already have the Giambi. So we need to decide between Mason Wynn and Sean Murphy. And it's looking like Sean Murphy without a doubt there. And that is going to be the packs, and that is going to be the episode. I greatly appreciate you taking the time to click on the video and watching the video. I am really enjoying MLB the Show 25 just in general, but I'm loving giving you guys the path to no money spent. Obviously, I kind of started about halfway, not even halfway through, but pretty early on in the process, not at the very beginning, but you kind of get the gist of what I'm doing. I'm trying to show you a bunch of different things and different ways to grind, get packs, cards, talk about collections, all those different things, and more will be coming as well. I greatly appreciate you. If you haven't already and you're still here on this video, please hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. Again, your favorite Conquest that you've done, the design, the rewards, whatever you want to put in there, I greatly appreciate it. As always, I hope you have a good day. I hope you had a great day. Spread the word. Peace.